Welcome to the Slightly Biased Podcast's discussion on Game of Thrones. Be warned, spoilers lie ahead.
Spoilers.
Duh.
Welcome to our weekly chat on Game of Thrones. The final episode of Game of Thrones is finally aired. We're all ecstatic. We all loved.
We're done. We're finished finally.
We love the Iron Throne.
It's also the last episode
what Iron
of
Throne?
this podcast. Or at least this themed
sub-pod.
sub pod.
Looking forward to the spin-offs. And yeah.
Isn't there a prequel?
There is.
But
They're making a prequel.
I thought they were making 3 spin-offs, and one of them we know is a prequel.
Yes, it is set like 1,000 years before.
Yep.
What's going to happen?
Ooh, no dragons and magic.
The stakes are
the
so
two
high.
things I wanted.
The 2 things anybody cared about.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Ooh. Okay, so first of all, what did you give this episode out of 100?
Should we go into this the synopsis first?
I just want to get the top line reaction.
You want to get the
top line
10,000 level
What
view.
is
My
a
reaction.
meh rating?
Do you want to give it out of out of 5 stars? How many stars out of 5?
I don't know, like a 2,
Like a 3?
2.5.
I give it a 3. What about you?
Out of 5?
Tone bone. Tony Balone.
2.5.
2.5 out of 5.
What's
Yeah.
up, Starbro?
Hell yeah.
Okay, we got, what was it, a 2, 2.5, and a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on when you ask me, and more I think about it, the more it
Yeah,
changes.
exactly.
Let's do the rating again at the end, and we'll see how it changes.
Sounds good.
Synopsis.
This was a long... it wasn't a long episode.
It
was
felt long.
Too many things happening at once for an episode.
Not the first half. The first half was long with these long stretched out scenes of shit we already knew.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was filler. Well, it was a beautiful filler. It was cinematic filler.
Yeah, the first half was beautiful.
Yeah.
And the second half
Yeah.
was just like, oh shit.
Political filler.
The season's ending, so we should wrap every plot line up.
Yeah. The first half cinematic filler, second half political filler.
Yep.
Yeah.
It opens with Jon Snow and Davos surveying the destruction that Daenerys has done on King's Landing.
Can I just say real quick? Sorry to interject.
Please do.
Did this episode feel exhausting to you?
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was so
Yeah.
fatigued at the end.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
glad it's over.
I'm glad that wasn't just me. All right.
But that's really just Game of Thrones in general to me now, though. It's where I just want to. I'm
It's
done with
exhausting.
it.
Yeah, no, this season
burnt out.
this whole season has that overall feeling of
Say Dracarys because
please
I'm
just
burnt
end.
out.
Yeah, right.
Tyrion wanders around by himself. He doesn't know who's left in the city. He could be murdered immediately, but whatever. Plot. He goes.
Why did he say no to the guards?
Because he was so upset.
Because he was looking. No,
Drama.
it was because he
Yeah.
went to go look for his brother.
He goes down below the Red Keep and finds a 1-foot pile of rubble that has his brother and sister underneath it. But the other part of the room is no rubble.
It was really weird.
The
Yeah.
last episode,
Yeah.
we saw the entire keep fall
thought
on
the
top of
entire
them.
thing
The
fell on
entire
top of
thing
them.
fell.
No.
No, if they stood 3 feet to the left, they would have been fine.
Would have survived, I guess.
Just dumb luck, I guess. I don't know.
Just dumb luck.
I
He
guess.
cries. He has an emotional scene. Yada, yada, yada. They're dead. Jon and Davos walk up on Grey Worm and some unsullied folks about to murder some Lannister troops who have surrendered. Jon says, no, don't do this. They're prisoners. Grey Worm's like, I'm acting on orders of Daenerys, and kills them while they walk away. Huzzah!
That sure happened.
Grey Worm's still mad.
Grey Worm just randomly killing.
I feel like Grey Worm was the Himmler of the show.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should note his overall mood during that scene of I'm going to kill anyone who opposed Daenerys.
He was literally about to kill Jon.
Yeah, literally about to kill Jon
Probably
in that
should've.
scene. We're gonna come full circle back to this, but just remember this one moment in particular.
Jon walks out of Davos to find Dany atop a pillar. Grey Worm teleports there immediately afterwards. All the Unsullied are there, all 5,000 or something still, because half survived or whatever with Dothraki.
And
They
then
multiplied.
None died.
They multiply without dicks.
They
or balls or whatever.
multiplied during the
There was
last
a
2
lot.
It's like
episodes.
There was a
osmosis.
lot of Unsullied there.
Daenerys flies up. We get a really cool shot of the wings behind her.
I lost my shit. when
It
I
was
saw
really
those
cool.
wings behind her.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That was badass.
Arya
very beautiful.
Arya's in the
scene.
crowd. She got on the horse to go nowhere, just to get off the horse again.
Yeah, what happened with that?
It's like they forgot the last episode completely.
Yeah.
Logic,
It was
writing,
a weird
whatever.
callback to nothing. I really thought it was going to be Bran driving that horse, but no,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
just wasn't.
Just a random white horse that
Just a random
magically survived Dragonfire.
What was with that guy with his back that was like?
What guy?
He's like,
Oh,
there's
he's
a guy
all,
that
he's all
walked-
burnt.
It's a guy like a burnt
He's
charred
just chilling.
guy.
Looks like he
It's
was
really-
hanging out of Hiroshima.
Yeah, he had like I think they showed the back of his body and it was
He's all
like
burnt.
missing
He's gonna die.
his back or something.
Infections.
The fuck was up with that? Gross.
Just
It was
show-
just showing
show the carnage.
The carnage, yeah.
Icky.
Not everyone died. Some of them only got badly burned and lost most of their skin.
Like, I mean, Dany was at this point. She says this later to Jon. Like, no, we have to. Okay. Parallel to draw. Dany says to Jon the same thing that Thanos says to Iron Man. Before he tries to snap everyone away, the entire universe. What did she say? She says, "I will rebuild the universe, a grateful universe." One that doesn't remember
I
the
want to
universe
see if these are
from
direct
before.
quotes.
No, I'm saying I'm quoting Thanos.
Yeah,
but
it
like
would be
she,
it would be nice to see
pretty
the
similar.
direct quotes.
pretty
just to-
fucking similar, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
She says
They're
basically the
they're
same thing.
both insane.
We
Wait
need
a
to
minute,
bring down.
spoiler alert for
Oh,
Endgame.
whatever. Fuck you. It's been a month. It's no such thing as Endgame spoilers.
Yeah, it's been lifted. The spoiler ban.
It was after 2
They
weeks,
did,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
2
been
weeks was
lifted.
the spoiler ban.
Spoilers. Iron Man dies.
Quote unquote spoiler ban.
Spoiler ban. But yeah, no. Dany talking to Jon in the throne room was like literally like we're gonna kill everyone who was ever loyal to Cersei ever, right?
Yeah.
She gives a speech first.
Yeah.
To the Dothraki.
No, I'm saying in
Sully.
the throne room. Yeah, but if
And,
we're going back to that, yeah.
Somehow she has a magical voice, which allows her voice to be heard through the entire crowd. I don't know about that. I think it's your phone catching Pokemon.
Yeah.
It might be my phone.
It's definitely.
And
Put it over here.
Arya hears it. No idea what she's saying, but she knows it ain't good.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. That she was only talking to the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
she
her
wasn't
body
speaking
language
in
must have
the
been enough.
native tongue of Westeros.
Spoilers.
She was speaking
she's just a
Valyrian.
conqueror, and she doesn't give a fuck about leading anybody.
Yeah,
she
no,
wants
she
to
was
conquer the
she was-
world.
She was like Hitler speaking.
Yeah,
Yep.
seriously.
She went crazy from those bells immediately.
There was a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of parallels like that. Her being like Hitler, the other dude being like Himmler, just committing war crimes all over King's Landing. It was
God
great.
bless her.
Continue.
She
Moving
goes
right
into the
along.
Red Keep or something. She goes look at the throne. She's like touching it. It feels nice. Meanwhile, Jon Tyrion throws the hand of the pin of the hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh right. Tyrion goes up to her and is like, "Bruh, you just
fuck
killed the
this."
whole city." Oh no. She was like, "Yo, you let your brother go," and he was like, "Yes, I let my brother go, and you just slaughtered an entire city." And then he
The
throws
woman who
his pen.
loved women and children and wanted to free them all from being slaves has
Yeah.
decided just to kill them because
because
it's
reasons?
a power move to show how powerful I am and how I'm a conqueror.
Yeah.
It's a political move. We can do this. He throws the fucking pin down the stairs. Dramatic.
Wait, did he get that back later? Like, or did they make another one? I'm assuming
I
they
would've-
just have a bunch of them.
lying around.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is-
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a rough 10 years there.
I'm assuming they
She
just
throws
have.
it down. For some reason, she doesn't just torch him there as
I
a
really
sign.
so like, and then he gives Jon that look. Tyrion gives Jon that look before Tyrion gets like carried away by the guards, and then as Daenerys and her 4 Unsullied are walking away towards the throne room, I really like expected Arya and Jon to like. I'm like, there's only 4 of them. You could take them. Just go fucking kill them. Go kill them now. You and Arya could go take those 4 Unsullied.
I was expecting Arya to just pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, Arya was standing right next to Jon, and we're watching the 4 Unsullied and Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time, I was like, something's gonna happen. She was like reaching out really slowly to touch the throne.
Yeah.
I'm like, someone's gonna fucking come up and stab her.
Nope. Just waiting
No,
in the doorway.
it was just cinematic porn, basically.
Yep.
Gratuitous.
Tyrion-
It was
Yeah.
filler because they didn't
Yeah.
know what else to put.
How is it that they had so much time for so much graphical filler, but also all of the political stuff felt super crammed in?
All of
They managed to
plot.
get both of the like bad sides of that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Tyrion goes to jail. Hold on.
Is your mic really loud?
No,
Seems like
his
it's
mic's
low.
really low.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, that was my bad.
Anyways, he
Yeah.
goes to jail. John goes up to him and's like, yada, yada, yada. They do the same speech they did the last 3 episodes. Jaren's like, you got to kill her. She's crazy. He's like, she's my queen. I love her.
I really liked the way that there have been a lot of those scenes in Game of Thrones where somebody goes up to someone in a quote unquote prison cell and has a deep conversation with them. It happened with the lady from High Garden. It happened a couple times with like Cersei when she was in prison from the church nut cases.
Yep.
And those have always been some of the most compelling like
They have
scenes to me.
But this is the same scene you've seen like 3 times already.
And so the interesting thing about it in this episode is that it's echoed again later when Jon is in prison and Tyrion visits Jon in his prison cell. Did you notice that? I thought that was a nice echo or a callback to earlier in the same episode.
John's thinking about her now. He goes to see Dany in the throne room. She has the real crazy ass going.
Oh man,
real
she has
crazy
such,
face.
such
Crazy
She
eyes.
has snapped.
She's gone over around the bend, around the bend.
Does she even sit in the throne at all? She just
No,
touches it, right?
she just touches it.
Just
Yeah.
touches it.
She's there alone for some reason.
Yeah, where'd the Unsullied go?
Well,
Probably took a
she
break,
had
coffee
Drogon.
break.
Drogon was
she
outside.
did have Drogon,
But he was
true.
outside. But so
Well, he was keeping watch, and John
I
walks
don't-
up, and Drogon's like, "You're cool," and lets him in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they-
that
they-
was really cool. The
they
part where
dabs.
Drogon is buried under the
Yeah.
ashes, and Jon is walking up to the like building, and you just see the giant pile of rubble move, and it's Drogon under the ashes. That was really cool.
It scared me for a second because I was like,
Yeah.
"What is moving?
Like, what the
What's
fuck
going
is
on
that?
right now?"
Also, how long
it's
was
the
he sitting
stone-
there? Dragons are restless creatures. Like, why was he
Yeah,
just sitting
I
there
guess he was just sitting there.
to just let the ash pile up on him so you couldn't even see him? That's
maybe
crazy.
he was cold.
Also, the city wasn't really on that much fire.
think it was
Well, it was
snow,
snow,
too.
too.
It was snow.
was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It started snowing by
What? Are you
the.
sure?
Yeah, it was.
Is
In,
that
Yeah.
confirmed? Is that double
in
confirmed?
this episode, the writers remembered that it's the winter now. They forgot
Yeah,
about
they
the
did.
last episode.
I thought
it was
I
like
thought it was snowing towards the end of last
was
episode.
like
like with
That-
in
but that was
addition
ash.
to
This was definitely snow and
with
ash.
addition to the ash. I
Definitely.
thought they did show
Creepy.
that
It's
winter
also a
had
symbol
arrived.
for that John's gonna kill Dany.
It might have been the episode before it.
because
from
Jon
the
Snow.
north.
Yeah,
I might have.
I mean,
gotten
come on,
that
guys.
mixed up.
I don't know if that's
Symbols.
triple confirmed that it was.
I'm gonna
snow.
quadruple confirm right now. It's
Okay,
snow.
all right.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I would say triple confirmed. It is snow.
He walks in. He gives Dany a hug, and pow! He stabs her.
He walks in, gives Dany pleads to him to join her evil crusade.
Join the first Reich.
Join the crusade, Reich, and he's like, Dany, you will always be my king.
Queen.
Your queen. You will always be my queen.
Then they kiss.
I love you. Kiss. Stab.
Yeah, and then he stabbed.
Right in the heart.
I was really confused during that stab scene because I was like, "Who just got stabbed?" Because it
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
show you
she-
who got stabbed.
It doesn't
right
show
away,
you anything.
and
Just
they
shows
don't.
the
You don't
kiss.
see the reactions of either of them. So you just hear the blade
Hear a
going
stab.
in.
I don't
By the
think-
way,
and
I
then
like that
there's
they
a nice
add a stab sound
pause.
effect.
Yeah.
Like that stab sound effect is not what being stabbed sounds like.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But they always put it
But
in.
then they drew it out, and it's like you just see them both look back from each other, and they're like, "Who
Oh,
just got
shit.
stabbed?" And
Yeah.
then she obviously falls.
Yeah.
Shocker and
That's pretty good.
30
I mean, we all knew it was
We all
Jon.
knew.
30
it was
minutes
something.
in,
Good fake
Dany's
out.
dead. Her arc's over. 8 years gone.
8 years
Done.
Yeah.
down the shitter.
8 years of freeing slaves and people, and she's gone. It's over. She lost her marbles.
And so
Lost her
after she gets stabbed, John lays her down on the ground.
Drogon has the really emotional moment of the show.
Yep.
He cries from a distance because he knew, because they are telepathically linked.
Somehow.
I mean, yeah.
They're
She's
magic,
she
so-
birthed him. Her.
He
Either way.
shows
It could
up.
be a her, honestly.
I think they're
Drogon
asexual
could
for
be
the
a
most
her.
part.
We don't know the anatomy of the dragon.
I'm just saying, there were two, and now there's one, but that doesn't mean that there's not some fertilized dragon eggs inside that dragon. Just so you say.
Never
Just
know.
so you know.
Maybe in the
we could have
spin-offs.
missed some wild dragon sex while they were
Wild.
all alive.
Wildfire.
And
Damn.
Drogon shows up,
That's how
staring
they
at
make
Jon.
wildfire.
He does a little detective work and deduces that the Iron Throne, in fact, killed Dany.
The Iron Throne itself.
The Iron
Oh,
Throne
right.
Stab
itself.
her.
Drogon shows up and
And then
realizes,
he
yeah.
cooks it. And he melts the Iron
I'm
Throne.
going to go ahead and say that was a coincidence that he melted the throne. I
I
think it was an angry fire blast
It-
that just happened to be in the direction.
Could be that.
I think it looked. I thought Drogon thought that the Iron Throne did it, because she was so obsessed with getting the Iron Throne.
It all depends
Oh,
on
that's implying that the dragon is smart enough to know her motivations.
The dragon was smart enough to know when she died. I wouldn't
That
put it
could have
past
been
it.
a maternal instinct.
I wouldn't have put past Drogon to know that he sees. Well, yeah, of course.
Smart enough to understand that the throne was the MacGuffin that caused her to lose her noodle. Wouldn't he also be smart enough to know that Jon specifically killed her and then just fucking kill Jon?
Well, no, because so what Drogon has seen is both Dany and Jon kissing, making love, being close with each other.
Yeah.
And then he sees them both, Jon weaponless and a throne full of swords. So, he can either assume that
Jon had
her
his sword on him.
No, did he have his sword on him?
Yeah, he did.
I missed that.
He
I
did.
thought
He
he
took
only
his
had.
he took his sword off when he visited Tyrion, not when he was in the throne room.
Okay. I missed that, actually. So that's my bad. However, he sees a pile of swords, and he sees Jon, her ex,
Yeah.
what he assumes is her lover,
Right.
but obviously ex-lover. And I figured that's why he fire blasted the throne.
I mean, those are the two options, right? Either the dragon's smart or the dragon is just angry.
Yeah.
they're supposed to be smart.
They're supposed to be smart. I personally don't think even an intelligent, smart dragon probably would not have targeted like
In an inanimate object.
Yeah. If the dragon is smart enough to know that the object was the MacGuffin,
it's a symbol.
then it's also smart enough to know that it's futile to attack it.
And he picks up Dany's body and flies away for a burial at sea or something.
Not just
And
attack it. He melted that. He held that fire
Yeah, it was
on
fucking-
that
yeah, it was
throne.
dumb.
That's true.
It
That
was
is true,
gone.
though. If anything, that would be the most compelling reason why I think he was actually aiming at the throne, because it wasn't just one blast of fire.
If
It was
my
a
mom can't have
long
It was
no one
sustained.
can have
It was a long, sustained
That's
blast.
it. My mom
It was a
wanted
couple too. He did
Yeah,
it the first
it
time,
stopped.
and then you see that he's blasting shit around the throne. Then he's like, "Nah, I'm getting this throne," and then just held it.
I really
Yeah.
thought he was gonna aim at Jon.
So did I. I was honestly,
should've.
I was a little
He
scared.
fucking
I was
should
like,
have.
"Oh no."
They
And
should
then I
have
was
killed
like,
both
oh.
of them. Done.
Well, maybe he'll just be immune to dragonfire. Nope, we don't get to even see
We'll
if he
never
was.
know. We'll never know. It's annoying.
Doesn't matter. He takes the body and flies away.
I guess that's kind of the point, because we don't want the show to force feed us whether or not Jon is more Targaryen or more Stark. That's up for us to decide as the viewers.
Season's over. Or
I know.
the series
and
is over.
And the fact that
Is
we'll
it?
never know whether or not he was
Fuck.
more Targaryen than Stark is intentional. It's left ambiguous on purpose.
I think you're putting a lot of
Because they
credibility to
could
the
have
writers
easily...
that's
they
not
were,
there.
No, they went to an extent
sound
where
like
they
a Reddit
easily could have...
conspiracy theory.
There were
now.
two specific times when he was millimeters away from being blasted by dragon fire. That's not a coincidence. He's a Targaryen. The main thing about them is they control dragons, and the proof of them being a Targaryen is that they're fireproof. A true Targaryen can't be burned. That's not a coincidence that he was almost blasted by fire twice and was explicitly the writers chose not to emulsify him in fire.
Sounds like just bad writing.
It's
Whatever.
It just sounds
Seems like the
D&D.
common theme for the rest of the season.
I mean, it could be.
Danny's gone. Drogon's gone. They do a fucking hard cut to black, and the episode ends. Oh wait, there's still 30 minutes left in this.
Yeah,
thing.
no.
That's where
does
it
a
should
hard
have
cut.
ended.
Tyrion's beard's longer. It's been 3 weeks
There is a hard
since
cut.
the death of Dany. Jon's imprisoned.
Okay, why didn't Grey Worm just kill Jon on the spot?
Exactly. Oh,
Why?
plot
Why?
armor. Oh, plot armor.
Yeah, so
He
this
would've-
is where
he
we come back
100%
to
would've-
full
he
circle.
would've-
He was
killed him.
he was a second away from killing Jon when Jon was trying to stop him from killing innocents. So there's no way he wouldn't have just immediately killed Jon when he killed his fucking queen. Also, okay, this is the other thing I was thinking about this. If I were Jon in that moment, I 100% would have said, "Hey, you guys all saw that dragon fly away, right? Dany just fucking left us here, bro.
You would have
She
said
left.
that. But
She
Yeah,
left me
like,
the king, man.
How did they know that she died?
I'm saying that Jon should have lied
the
to
blood on
Unsullied
the ground.
and said that she's
You gotta
still
keep it
alive.
covered. Cover it up.
Was there blood on the
There
ground?
was
She
a
stabbed
shit
her.
ton of blood on the ground. There was.
Oh,
There
okay.
was. They made a note to show us a giant puddle on the ground, but
Another
that
aspect
could
I
have been
missed.
anybody's blood.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
And I don't think the Unsullied checked the room and noticed no blood spot, and that if they came in later, they'd be like, "This blood wasn't here before." No, like if he had gone downstairs and been like, "Hey, Grey Worm, also the rest of the Unsullied, like Danny just fucking ditched us. What the fuck, dude? I'm sorry. Also, she left me in charge. That's super weird of her.
Yeah, I
I'm the king
understand.
now, I guess, right?
Weird. I got this weird note here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess I'm the king. I mean, she said that and then she flew away.
Yeah, no.
What are you fucking gonna do about it?
The whole getting jailed by the Unsullied was a weird concept.
It was only because the showrunners want us to have John at the end. That was the only reason.
Which was they should have just killed him there.
They should have just killed him. They should have killed him. He serves no function beyond the wall besides us being happy to know he's still alive.
It gets even worse though once he gets like sentenced to the
And
wall.
it gets worse.
I guarantee
It's
that
so
George
dumb.
R.R. Martin would not have kept him alive.
No.
There's no reason he should be alive after that.
Nope. So yeah, we got to all the lords in.
That's probably my
Westeros
biggest gripe with it. That
show
John
up.
didn't die.
They pull Tyrion out. He's got the beard.
Oh yeah,
Tyrion's on trial.
all the 7 lords are.
They
in a
have some
circle.
water bottles out for hydration.
They left them on. They
Yep.
left a plastic water bottle out.
Poland Springs.
Did they really?
Yes,
Two.
two.
There were 2
Two.
Poland Springs water bottles.
Yes,
You're
underneath
not
the
kidding?
Chairs. No.
Oh my god!
There was one by Sam's Foot, and there was one by the Onion Knight's Foot.
What the fuck, craft services? You had one job.
Yep.
They do. They gotta be like.
That's so
We need a new
upsetting.
king. Who wants to be king? Sam's like democracy. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up, Sam.
No, that was actually
Everyone
the
just
that was
laughed.
my second. That was probably my favorite part of the entire episode.
Yep. Same here.
When he was like, guys. Well, okay. Second favorite part of the episode was when the guy comes up and he's like, I think I should be the king.
Yeah.
And it was like, Sam's like, dude, uncle, just sit down.
Yep.
Just sit down. First favorite part of the episode, the same scene. Sam goes up and says, you know, we've had a lot of kings and queens, and I think that with our method of picking them is dumb, and we should maybe give the people a chance to let them pick their leader. Every people should pick. And they're just like this moment where you think they might go for it, and they just fucking laugh it off.
Yeah. Everyone just belts
just
out
fucking-
laughing.
We're not there. We're not there yet, Sam.
Yeah. No.
No.
Edmure
fuck
Tully
you,
stands
Sam.
up and's like,
So
I should
fucking
do
funny.
it because I'm a senior lord. And Sansa says, shut the fuck up.
Sit down, uncle.
She basically laughs. She's like, nah.
Tyrion
Like,
gives a speech
Where have you been?
about how stories and like the lives we live shape a king, and that defines who a king is. So why not have the cripple do it? Who's done nothing for the entire show.
Well, okay, so he said that because he had this conversation.
Yes.
And I was wondering how he knew this.
What a clever
Right?
callback.
But he had this really long conversation that we don't actually get to see between him and Bran when they are in Winterfell before the Battle of Winterfell.
He goes.
That's how he knew
he's
all
a
of that.
three-eyed raven, and everyone goes, "What the fuck's a three-eyed raven?"
Yeah,
We're-
that's
we're
not
new here.
explained, right, to anyone.
No.
Yeah.
Bran's like,
He just kinda
sure.
tells people
Bran
that
the
he's the
Broken can
three-eyed
be
raven.
king.
Like, prove it? You cripple? Why would they respect him?
I
right?
don't
Like,
understand.
Sansa goes, he can't have kids. His dick doesn't work.
Oh, that was a nice bit of
And
information.
Bran's
I didn't know
like,
that I'm glad
come
I know
on.
now.
Okay. And then they're like, we should elect kings now or something. We're going to elect all the kings.
Yeah, we can't-
Kings won't be born into being the king. They're going to be voted by all the nobles
So like
of the kingdoms.
Tyrion just unilaterally decided that for everybody.
Yeah, right. And everyone's
No
like,
one
"Oh,
said
that's actually
no.
a pretty good idea.
Yeah, okay.
We got to end this episode, so yeah, we're gonna go with it."
Get it moving. Get it moving.
All right, guys, I'm thirsty. Hold on, I'll get my water bottle.
Yara is like, I follow Danny.
Yeah. Okay, Yara.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Yara?
Yeah,
And Yara
Yara.
is pissed.
What are you doing?
Whatever. That's it. But that's it for her. So it's done.
Yeah,
I mean, it's it for everybody, but like,
Grey Worm wants to kill Jon.
I think that it's good that they had someone that was not in full agreement with everyone else in the group about the just like fact that they murdered their queen. But the other very important thing here to note is that Yara probably received a letter from Varys.
Oh yeah.
So she would know that it's no great tragedy that the queen was murdered, given that she didn't even have the strongest claim. So why would she be so attached to the queen?
She also killed 1 million people just for the hell of it.
Yara or the queen?
The
Oh
queen.
yeah, right. I mean, yeah. And like everybody was pretty okay with Jaime Lannister being Kingslayer because of Rhaegar, right?
yeah.
Or Rhaegal, whatever is it Rhaegar?
For what? The Mad King?
The Mad
Aegon?
King. Aegon.
Or Aegon? Whatever his name is. The
No,
Mad King.
I think
The
it's
Mad King.
Rhaegar.
The
but-
Mad
okay.
King.
The Mad, like everyone was pretty okay with the Kingslayer killing the Mad King, right? Was
He's
Yara
gonna
okay with that?
He was going to blow the
Because-
city
They
up.
promoted him after he killed,
Right. Like
killed
was
the Mad King.
like what was Yara's opinion of the Kingslayer killing the Mad King, right?
Yeah.
Like this is obviously a genocidal maniac. Why are you standing?
He
her?
wasn't promoted.
the
Oh, was he
Kingslayer.
not?
He was the captain of the Kingsguard.
That was after
Okay.
Bellison's
Yeah, you're right.
Barristan
It was after-
was
Oh, it was-
fired.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, he was fired afterwards. Oh, okay.
Joffrey's like, you let my dad die. You know what? We're gonna make Jaime because he's banging my mom.
Okay.
He doesn't know he's banging his mom.
And then
Just suspects
Brand's
it.
Bran the Broken's the king. I wouldn't want to call him that. I want to just call him
I
Bran the
know.
Builder.
I would
Bran the
Bran
Builder.
the Broken.
Bran the what?
Bran the Builder. Bran the Builder too, because Bran the Builder
Oh.
was this old-timey northern king who built the wall and built a lot of structures.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wicked funny.
Bran
That's
the
why there's a
Builder was
theory
actually
online.
a prominent
Okay.
character in the books, I believe. They don't talk
in the
about
past.
him in
He was
the.
it's a story.
He
It's
built
a
the wall?
story.
He built the
Yes,
wall?
He built the wall, which was a theory for the longest time on the internet that Bran was going to warg into the past to tell him to build the wall or some stupid shit.
Okay.
But you know what? Bran doesn't warg in past season 7, so it's cool. Doesn't do anything fun.
Oh yeah, he does, but we don't see it.
He flies some ravens around for a bit, some drones.
Yeah, that's about it.
Bran's the king.
I like that he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna see the rest of aware of all this shit. Like, that's his job now. Is as the king is just to look
I
out
guess
for
it's better than when
Drogon.
Robert was
Also,
the king.
why would Drogon come back?
That's a good question.
Why? Why would Drogon?
Why would
come back?
anything in the show happen?
He would just go back to Dragonstone,
What? What?
Yeah.
unless he's going to like bring Dany back to life at Dragonstone somehow. But no.
Magic.
The other thing is that they left the king in King's Landing, the king being the three-eyed raven, the three-eyed raven being someone who needs deadwood trees.
There's weirwood.
Weirwood? Weir. They need weirwood
Oh,
trees.
there's a theory online for that. Don't worry.
They
There's
ne-
a theory online
and they
for all
burned
these.
they burned down all the weirwood trees during
Not all of them.
during the war. No, all the weirwood trees in King's Landing.
Yeah. Those
So there
gone.
are
They're
no
gone.
weirwood trees in King's Landing, which means that he can't use his future past warging abilities. He can't see into the past without the
There's
the
a lot of
weirwood
logic
trees,
there that
Yeah,
the
that's
writers
too much
don't
logic.
care about.
right? So they're gonna have to either transplant one or plant another, and fucking hope it grows.
Yeah,
he'll be
seriously.
dead, right? Like
Yeah.
he actually has to get in a caravan and like carriage his way to as far north as the closest weirwood tree is.
Isle of
Probably,
Faces.
probably Winterfell.
It's not that. No, it's Isle
Okay,
of Faces.
Isle of-
But
so
they don't
he
mention it in
has-
the show, so it doesn't make a difference.
He has to go to the Isle of Faces just to use his past vision and
Well,
future
the
vision.
theory is that online he actually moves the capital to Harrenhal because it's closer to the Isle of Faces.
Why would he? Oh, well, also King's
Because King
Landing
Landing
is
is burned.
destroyed.
No,
Yeah.
apparently not, though. We'll get to that after. But apparently it's
Yeah.
still
Apparently
somewhat
it's-
functioning.
Yeah.
They're
Seriously.
in the Red Keep at the end of the
Oh,
episode.
but wait, it was destroyed last episode, though.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
didn't
mean?
understand
What?
that.
It was destroyed last episode. It was
The-
all burnt up.
No, not that room.
Oh,
Yeah, the
but
one
that one
room.
room they needed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
the
just-
one
Also,
room just so happens.
There was one thing I also noticed. There's this tracking shot, or no, a dolly shot. So there's a dollying shot where the camera is scrolling sideways through the throne room, and that's one shot. And it's when John, I think, or it's before John walks in, but it's when we are being introduced to the concept of the throne room, where Dany is fondling the throne. When we're introduced to that room in the intro shot for that sequence, the camera like pans sideways from right to left through the throne room on the wall side looking out the windows. And that's one specific shot that happens like 8 times. It's like it happens like once a season, that shot. And usually like there was one during the trial where the room was full of people,
Yeah.
Tyrion's trial. And then there was one when I don't know, countless other times, but like that's a shot that they've shown a bunch of times, and then it's reflected in this last episode, and you see the throne room with all the braziers completely destroyed, the far wall, the windowed wall, completely knocked down, the corner pillar completely knocked down, most of the pillars are knocked down, and it's the same panning shot of the room, and it's like I wonder if they just like had the dolly track just like
We
in
gotta
the floor
fill another
still.
10 seconds, boys. So we gotta
It's
do
just like
this.
they just like left that dolly track in the floor in that set for like we might as well use this dolly track that we put here.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
No, I really do. I think it was a callback to all the times that they've shown the throne room from those sideways movement panning shots. They've that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but with the way that this season's gone,
You think they were just padding for time?
I'm unsure if that was actually what their intention was. Plus, we also didn't get a behind the scenes of this episode.
It's
we
the
get
last episode.
HBO's
yeah.
like, please, Double D's, don't talk anymore. Please
right.
stop talking.
Seriously,
We have enough memes already.
We got a documentary coming next
Friday or Sunday.
Okay, so
about
this
the
week.
the entire season being made, but
Yeah, about the whole
Is
season.
that real? I thought you were
and
kidding.
No, it's real.
You know, I remember seeing an advertisement
HBO
for
needs
it.
money still, so you got to get the GOT train going.
Yeah. And so I was like, maybe that's why
Look at
they
this
didn't
iPhone
do-
footage. Let's make a documentary.
Honestly, it's just like people Snapchatting each other from the set.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at that thing too, Grey Worm's there. He's still alive. He made it through the whole show magically.
Yeah.
Boy.
He's like, what about John? Yada, yada, yada. I want to kill John.
We want to kill John.
And Davos is like, well, you guys can have all of the reach for your adventures if you're to live at.
Thank you.
We'll
We
make
still
you
want to
an-
kill John.
We still want to kill John.
We'll make you a whole new house unsullied, and you're all going to be dead in one generation.
No.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
seriously.
I didn't think of that.
I didn't understand
And
why.
Why are they a house?
Why would they be a house?
Come to the it's because
So
because
dumb.
We're gonna
Davos is
cut
a nice
off more
guy.
dicks and assimilate
Anyone
them
who
into our house.
loses a dick is in our house. House of the
House
dickless.
dickless.
They comes to the agreement that John's going to go to the Night's Watch.
I liked that. I
Even
thought
though
that was a pretty
Wildlings
good
still on their
compromise.
side.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
John's
whatever.
gonna go to the Night's Watch
but
to avoid a war between the Unsullied and the rest of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yep, but then meanwhile, Sansa's like, I want to be an independent North, and Bran's like, thumbs up, you got a boss.
Yeah, you got it. And Yara's like, no, we'll be part of your
We're
Six
cool.
Kingdoms
We're
still.
cool.
No big deal.
But then it's
Yeah.
like, so
we only
Well, no,
wanted to be independent
She
a while ago.
She only refused to be part because the Northmen had been for 1,000 years, and then wanted to be again because they fought off the Night King, and that's their reward for it.
yeah, and,
Not paying taxes.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
right.
so the Night's Watch is in the North. The North's independent from the six kingdoms, which means Sansa can let Jon go free immediately.
They also
yeah, I guess.
But then the Unsullied leave anyway. It makes no difference.
so they
It doesn't
also
fucking matter.
were
He should've just
avoiding
died.
the war. They were
Yes, he
avoiding
should have
that
died.
war, and they immediately fuck off after they both agree that we're not going to have a war, but John's going to go to the Wall. And for some reason,
he could have
John
just stayed.
still goes to the
Yeah.
Wall.
He's a man
If-
of honor.
and
He's a
the
man of honor.
Unsullied
he wants
just
to live there.
head
He is
over
a
to
broken
Knoth.
man. But you could have killed John. It would have been way more meaningful. And every shot with John after that would have been the same reaction. You would have had Tormund saying hi to Ghost and then going beyond the wall. And it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
John should have died.
No,
John
he-
should have had any other
He should have died at Drogon.
ending to his story other than him going beyond the wall. There was no reason for him to
Why?
go beyond
What?
the
Like,
wall
It's
with all the free folk.
He should have, like, even if he was
No
going to
reason.
be in the Night's Watch, he should have fucking done that. Why would you leave the Night's Watch? Like,
what are they watching for?
So
Yeah,
well,
what
not,
are they
not,
watching for?
Not just that, because they say in the episode we need a place for bastards and the
Broken
broken men.
things,
We need a
yeah.
place for bastards and broken men. And it's like, okay, you allegedly have that as your purpose. Okay, so send the broken men there or the bastards there. There's no one fucking there because everyone left. The captain of the Night's Watch, Jon Snow, fucking pieced out, and Castle Black is empty, right?
All the Night's Watch are dead. They all died.
No, Jon was the new captain of the Night's Watch.
He was Lord
But
Commander.
then he
but there's
just
no other
Lord Commander, sorry. But then he just fucking left. So now there's no one there.
cares.
So
They also
should've just fucking
went
killed
to
I'd
the
rather him
other
go
side
north
of
and
the
sit at the
wall
castle.
and was like, yo, we're going to stop these White Walkers from coming in. And then a bunch of them end up dying while they hold them off, and then the wall gets destroyed anyways.
right. So did they
after
rebuild that part of the wall?
After that, I thought it was just like the main group of 6 was the ones that escaped.
No, they all escaped.
They
There was a
all
bunch-
escaped?
There was a bunch of them.
Because a lot of them died. I know that.
Yeah, but you know,
And then the
only
whole-
half of them died.
Yeah, only half of them died, and then only half of them died again in the wall
Right.
collapsing.
Yeah, of course.
The end.
And then a small group of them, we follow them away from the wall. But everyone else that was supposed to be there just kind of, I guess
Whatever.
they went back to the Night's Watch. Like, why?
Arya
Or
decides
Castle
to
Black,
go
sorry.
west.
It's an
She
actual
leaves in a
location.
boat. Bye, Arya.
So I actually I listened back to the episode, and I was actually pretty much almost spot on. I said that Arya was going to be the new messenger for the faceless god or the many-faced god,
What was our bet?
and I
Tony?
said that she was going to sail off and do her own thing, figuratively, and she ended up sailing off and doing her own thing literally.
What was the bet we made?
That Tyrion was going to survive. Was it about the dragon?
I have no fucking idea.
I thought that you bet that
Should we
Tyrion.
pause here and listen for it?
no.
We'll listen
Yep,
to it
we
afterwards.
listened. Yes.
Because I know that I was pretty adamant that Tyrion was going to die, and you were like, nah. And then I swear that's what the bet was about. I don't.
He died on the inside of that. helps.
You were the one that made it. I don't owe you anything.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know
I'm
you
sure that I lost
Right.
it again. Anyways,
I just
it was a
remember what I
one-way
s- I
bet,
don't remember
like it
what I
was
said.
the other one was. So no,
Anyways.
so you still keep that $5, and I'm still
Until the
down that
next bet.
$5.
Yeah, you should have doubled his bet.
Right?
Double or
And-
nothing.
Double or
So,
nothing.
I mean, then we just cut to
Oh, then we're
Tyrion
down $10.
in
Fuck
the
that.
small council room. It survived.
Yeah,
Yippee.
somehow the council.
It's
survived.
perfectly clean still, but I don't know how long
They cleaned it up.
they dusted it.
Yeah. So that scene where he is like straightening the chairs out, that was fucking hilarious.
That was
No,
wicked
it
funny.
It was so funny. He's like sitting there all fucking sad and like, oh, it's just me again. Oh, by the way, I loved the fact that Bran was like, Tyrion, you're gonna survive, and he was like, no, I'm good. I'll be punished for my crimes. I'm a bad boy. And then Bran was like, yeah, you will be punished. You're gonna be my fucking hand, bitch.
Right?
You're gonna serve the land. How you like
But
that?
that's Tyrion at
That
his best,
is
though.
your punishment.
That was poetic
That
as
is-
fuck.
that is so
I
poetic.
loved
He's a great
that.
hand.
He was. He
He
was
was-
the hand for Joffrey. He was the hand for Cersei.
No.
No.
Tywin showed up. No. So you're
Tywin?
It-
Who was the hand for Cersei?
it
I don't know.
goes
Probably
John Aaron,
Kyvern, probably.
Ned.
Yep.
Ned was the hand.
Tywin is assigned, but he's fighting a war, and so Tyrion
So
takes his
Tyrion
place for a
steps
season.
Tyrion was the hand for
And then Tywin shows up.
Cersei.
Tywin dies, and I believe they make it's Cersei's uncle Kevin is the hand for a bit. He pulls up on the set,
Mhm.
and then it's Qyburn.
Oh, it's just Qyburn. Okay.
But he got his face smashed. in.
Qyburn was all of the roles.
He was everything. He was the master of whispers. Like
he was all the roles for a minute.
He could
there.
do
Yeah,
it.
it was.
I bet he was on coke. Like he had to be focused all the time.
yeah.
So many
Totally.
drugs.
On Addy-
he was
Addy
doing
and Coke.
plenty of drugs.
Ooh, crabby.
Sansa. What was I?
Um,
Sansa's the queen now.
Yeah, so I love that they
They
made
do the small
punished
council. Sir
punished
Davos
Tyrion.
is
That was
the
great.
head of the navy or some shit, a shipbuilder.
the shipmaster.
Bronn
Yeah,
is the
Onion
master
Knight
of
is the
coin.
shipmaster.
I don't know
So
why
funny.
Bronn got that role, but they wanted to put him in anyway.
Yeah,
There's-
they
there's
wanted
one-
to put a thief as the master of coin.
They
for
wanted
the
to put-
Six
yeah, they
Kingdoms.
wanted
Super
Bronn-
dumb.
Bronn pops. They want Bronn in that scene. They want people to clap. I clap for Bronn. He's still there. Can Bronn read? I asked this something earlier.
He's a highborn.
Yeah, can Bronn read?
not
He's
a
just a
highborn.
sellsword. What does he do?
Can
Can he
even
do
read?
math? Is he
Were
an
they
accountant?
teaching him? Weren't they teaching him how to read?
I think they were.
No,
I
that was
thought they
that
were-
was Sir Davos.
Oh,
That's why he makes the joke about the grammar. The
Well, no,
grammar.
after that, I thought.
he makes the he makes the grammatical.
Oh
correction.
yeah, that's actually
Callback.
that is a good callback. I didn't catch
Wow.
I don't need. I saw it.
that. I
So,
know that.
thanks, Internet.
I know Sir Davos was being taught back in like
Five-
season 4 or 5 or something
Season
like
2
that.
and 3 by Shireen.
Yeah, by
And
the
then she
by the
gets
little
cooked.
girl. Yep. I swear that they were trying to teach Bronn how to read when he became
No.
like something more.
Bronn was teaching Jaime how to fight with one hand,
Oh,
Okay.
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, that might have been what I was thinking of
but
when.
Bronn gets High Garden.
Yeah, he
How did he
finally
get-
gets Highgarden.
Why would he deserve Highgarden and Master of Coin? Why not just give him
Because that's
Highgarden?
usually how they do it. They have like people sign like that. I don't know.
No, it's just like
Why not? He's a
Because
character
they
in the show.
wanted
We
to
gotta
make
throw him in.
Bronn the master
We
of
got to show
coin.
Bronn again. We got to have reason to
Yeah.
have Bronn on the
Can we
show.
talk about how Sam did not deserve to be Grand Maester?
Can we talk? Oh my God.
He had one link or two links or whatever. Like
But
the first
Bran likes him. Bran
He also
Bran
never
trusts him.
graduated, did he?
no, he did not.
He just stole a bunch
stole
of
a book
books.
and left. So
I want to
he's
say
exiled.
how
Didn't
fucked up
finish
it is
his
too.
education.
Literally
So,
in exile.
Let's
What?
talk about Bronn and Sam. Sam is the head of House Tarly. Bronn has Highgarden.
He's the
Why
head
the
of
fuck aren't they
Highgarden.
there rebuilding this shit? Especially Sam. His house is a mess.
Yeah.
He is the
you
lord of
can't,
that house.
You can't be the Grand Maester. You have to lead a house.
You have shit to
You can't
do.
be both. Well, I guess his son is going to be.
It's like 18 years.
Yeah, in 18 years. Well, no, I mean Joffrey was fucking king. He wasn't
Yeah.
18.
It just the Six Kingdoms are a mess right now. They're just like, pluck
Yeah.
everyone out of them. Pluck them out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plucked everyone.
all the leaders of all the
The,
kingdoms.
the fans
fuck
need to see
off.
him. And then Sam shows up and does the
I thought that was the dumbest circle jerk. That last council meeting, none of those people should have been there.
No, not a single one of them should have been there. Maybe,
Not-
maybe
Not Brienne, not
Bran's
Davos, not Bronn, not Sam.
what's Bran's
Who else are you going to have as your master of ships? Nobody else is qualified.
Yara.
They're not going to give it to Yara.
well,
Yara's no
Someone
longer
from Yara's
relevant
world.
anymore.
One of Yara's advisors.
Bran
But
was
Sir Davos is there, and he made it through the whole
Is
season.
he a
the whole
shipbuilder?
series.
yes,
though?
he is he's not a shipbuilder, but he
Oh, he was a smuggler.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
But,
I
like,
forgot
Yeah,
about
he
Brienne
that.
knows
being
his
there-
way around a ship.
Gonna say,
Brienne
okay.
being there makes sense as the head of the
because she's
Kingsguard.
protecting
Bran.
Bran. Okay.
And I could see Sansa being like, I don't need you anymore.
I'm a queen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
Sansa-
like what if.
I'm a literal queen.
Sansa
now.
lives-
It didn't happen in the show, so like it's
So-
still an like you're implying that Sansa was like, oh yeah,
I'm
go
just
ahead
gonna
and
say my
the oath is
piece
over.
on
You've
my logic to
fulfilled
it.
your destiny.
Sansa lives in the north. everyone loves the Starks in the north. She got them their freedom. She would have a much better Queensguard there because they
Right.
love her.
She has a full queen.
In the
now.
south, Bran is a northerner surrounded by strangers, and she knows Brienne would take care of
the only
Bronn.
loyal person,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
It's only making sense in my head.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
That
because
makes a lot of sense.
Brienne
but
is the
it's
most
still
loyal choice.
all implied, and
Yes.
so I still have
Yeah.
a hard time accepting it as the truth.
right.
There was
She's
no
definitely the most loyal
actual
choice. Though.
reason.
It's not explicitly stated.
and then Pod's there too.
Yeah, sir.
Wait, yeah, where was
Sir?
Pod? I didn't see
Sir Podrick.
He's a
did
knight.
get
He's a knight
knighted.
in the Kingsguard.
He was knighted.
I didn't
He
see
was
him.
wheeling the wheelchair.
Oh, he was. Oh, that's right.
Can I say how dumb that was? That they literally wheeled the king out first with no one in front of him. That was so
So
stupid.
what?
So when they go to the small council meeting, Bran's like, "I gotta go fucking find the dragon boy. See you later." And Pod wheels him out first through the door with no one out there. You think they would have someone in front of him at all times because he's in a
Some more-
fucking wheelchair.
Some
Yeah.
more Kingsguard.
But you know, it's rebuild. It's a rebuild season, so you can't have everything.
And that brings us to the end.
No.
Does it
one
not?
more thing.
One more thing happened?
The wall. There's
oh,
grass
yeah,
beyond the
two
wall.
things. There's like
I
three. There's like
completely
three things.
forgot.
There's grass
I
beyond the wall
completely
now.
forgot that.
There's like
That's
there's like
the
three
wall.
things.
Yep.
There's Sam writes the fucking book and does the call
Oh,
out. and it's
Tyrion's
the-
not in the book.
It's the cringiest
Oh,
scene that they call it
that's-
the song Ice and Fire. Like
that wasn't even relevant. Wasn't even relevant.
Let's
It was-
just ignore that.
it was
That didn't
cute.
happen.
It didn't
was
happen.
It
cute.
didn't happen. We'll ignore
It
that
was
part
cute.
of
He
it.
And
made a song of
You
Ice
have
and Fire.
Brienne in the head of the Kingsguard. That place did not get burned down. Apparently, it's still good. The book's still perfectly intact. She writes down a little thing for Jamie in there. What a cute
Oh,
touch.
I really like that.
Oh,
That was,
call-
that's
it's a
because that
callback
happened
to-
before the
It's a
meeting.
callback to
that's why.
Joffrey
that was
saying
beautiful.
talking shit about Jamie.
Yeah.
She writes it. We cut away from Brienne for forever. They go to the wall. He pats Ghost. Amazing. Wow.
Finally got
fan
that CGI
service.
dog
Yeah, we
pats.
finally got the dog pat.
Tormund
So
gives him a little
happy.
smile.
A little knowing smile.
They go north. The blade of grass is there.
This is there's
Yada yada yada. The
some
end.
green poking out.
That's Game of Thrones, and
We got it.
they really fucked up Jamie's arc and Brienne's arc by having them have sex. It was really pointless and no need for it. It would have a lot more weight to it if you didn't have that scene at Three Nighter, and that was it.
Yeah, it literally was just.
There's
there was
nothing to
no
it.
point to that.
No
entire
reason. It
scene.
didn't cause her to go to Tormund or anything. It didn't cause her anything else. It just was like she's sad.
They had sex and then she was sad, and then Jamie's like, "I'm gonna go back," and that was it. That's all we talked
So
about.
fucking dumb that they did that.
I think it was good from Brienne's point of view as an arc because now
I guess, but
Unspoken impact.
it just seems like a weird choice they made it like that.
I would say there were a couple impacts that it made on her.
Ooh, some
Yeah, there's a blade of
repetitive
grass.
impacts.
Yippee.
Yeah, there's a blade of grass beyond the wall. So okay, why did they leave? Why did they go beyond the wall?
The wildlings like being in the north. They don't like being surrounded
Why
by
did he
southerners.
go? Why did the Night's Watch
I
go with them?
Well, then I think
I don't
Why did
think
John
I think
go?
it was
Knights-
just John.
Yeah,
So
I think
John-
it was just John.
Was he just committed dereliction of duty?
I guess
He didn't want to be on the fucking wall.
It depends on how
He
you
already
view it.
served
But he's a
his
man of
duty.
honor.
Was he going with them, or was he going ranging beyond the wall to scout
He-
new locations? I don't know.
It's
He
not
doesn't
clear.
say.
It's not clear.
I think he was a broken
He was
person who just
forced
didn't want to
into
be
it.
anywhere near the south again. He was just wanted to be off in the cave somewhere
As
with,
far north as he can.
with the wildlings. They love him. You
Do
know.
you want to talk
Be
about
buddies
how?
with Tormund.
Yeah, they're bros. I love them. Do you want to talk about how the North has more land than?
I told you this earlier. It makes
know.
that was the dumbest move Bran did, but he's a Stark, so
Yeah,
Of course he did it. It was-
literally
it was-
doubled the landmass
It
of
was
it.
in his sister's best interest. Why wouldn't he?
And so the north,
So
the
the north
north is already
being-
bigger than the south.
Right. So the North being an independent kingdom means that the six kingdoms are now land area wise smaller
Yes.
than the
And
North.
then
The
Beyond the
kingdom
Wall
up there.
now is going to get less snow because the Night King is gone, supposedly, because the blade of grass signifies that, or spring or whatever.
Yeah, winter ending.
So I could honestly see them moving the Winterfell capital Beyond the Wall. Like,
They're not going to move.
Why would
they're
they?
not going to move Winterfell?
I'm just saying,
but
in general, if they wanted a better defensive location, if they ever wanted to launch an attack, if it
They-
this is
I
like
mean,
this
at that
is
point,
gen-
they
this
should
is
use the
generate-
wall.
I know.
at that point, just use Castle Black as
yeah,
Winterfell.
just use Castle Black.
This is fan speculation, but
stupid.
I
No,
couldn't
that's stupid.
I
As the
couldn't
new capital
see
of the North.
them being like always on the same terms, the North and the South. At
No,
some
there's
point,
no way.
it's going to have to be a
After
war.
one generation, there's no way.
Because the Starks,
There will be another.
there's no
war.
more Starks.
Exactly.
Unless Sansa's like,
Well, yeah. So I
unless
mean,
Sansa has a kid
lot
and
of
it's like,
them are
it's my
still
last
young
name.
enough.
It's my, but who's going to have the kid? There's no male heirs, which doesn't mean they're recognized.
Rob will come back from the dead. No, it'll be Sansa's.
Yeah,
kid.
it will be
But
Sansa's. kid.
Sansa's going to be like, you know what?
No, she.
I like my last name a
has
little more.
She has a bastard with like a random northerner.
But I'm just saying, it wouldn't be a true Stark.
Whatever. Fuck
Because there's
that.
no male.
What-
But this is
fuck
the
tradition.
but that's the world
Yeah,
of Game of
fuck
Thrones. Though.
tradition.
Fuck tradition. Why can't a woman
Fuck
be a
tradition,
knight?
but don't fuck the Night's Watch tradition. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, so someone mentioned I forget which group chat it was in, but somebody mentioned that John should have executed Sam for breaking his Night's Watch vows. That's bullshit. That's
Who
absolute
said
bullshit.
that?
I don't know. I think it was in another group chat I'm in, but someone was like, there's a meme of like, oh yeah, we got bored on some lonely nights, wink wink, nudge nudge, and here's my pregnant wife, nudge nudge, and then it's like the next frame is just Sam's head photoshopped onto the guy's head that Ned Stark executes in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and then Jon Snow's head is photoshopped onto Ned Stark's head. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Sam, I have to kill you now. You broke your Night's Watch oath. But that's a stupid joke because he literally fucked a wildling.
He did.
So he also broke
They
his
aren't
oath.
people.
He also broke his
Whoa.
oath. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Arya leaves, then Solly leave, everyone leaves. I found it odd that Sir Davos didn't want to be hand to the Queen of the North, but whatever.
I don't think she was offering that position to him.
Yeah, or maybe not.
You have to
I
be
don't know.
offered.
You kind of have to be offered.
I wonder
to be,
who
to be invited.
Sansa
Hand
is
to the
in.
Queen.
Then. I don't know who Sansa is going to be. Whatever.
Who's Sansa's hand would be?
Yeah, if
who-
she even wants a hand, but I bet she will.
I mean, she
I'm sure she
I would
has
say
a hand.
Tyrion because she really was friends with him. But then
Tyrion's
she
the hand
lost
of
faith in
Cell.
him, and also he's
She thinks
the-
Tyrion's weak.
Yeah, he
She's-
wasn't. She wasn't.
She's
gonna,
the hand of the king, he's the hand of the king, and he's also the lord of the Lannisters. What's the land?
Castle Rock.
That's the one. Castle Rock. Yo, Castle Rock is dumb.
Yeah,
They
they never
got
kind
no-
of mentioned that.
They got no more gold. That was a plot point. They ran out of gold.
Yeah.
Like literally, the castle was built on a gold mine,
Mm-hmm.
right? They ran out of gold. What the fuck is Castle Rock now?
It's nothing.
Irrelevant.
It was shown once.
Yeah.
No, there was a whole siege of Castle Rock.
It was shown once though. It's a quick siege.
It was-
because the Lannisters
No,
evacuated.
I mean,
They
it
left.
was a multiple episode siege. It was
no,
like
it was one episode.
really, it was only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it
Because
was only
Tyrion
one.
fucked up and he thought that they would go there to take it, but they were already gone. They went to Highgarden instead.
So, did you guys pause and actually read what Brienne wrote? Because it's
No,
mentioned.
I don't give a shit.
I actually
wanted to.
I went
but
frame
I
by
was just
frame.
like, I'm gonna.
It's just a recap of
I
his
paused-
fucking life, right?
No,
Yeah.
so it's really interesting. So I paused it and I went frame by frame and I read the recap that Brienne wrote in Sir Jaime's entry in the Knight's Book, and she mentions the siege of Casterly Rock, and she also mentions that he broke the siege on River Run with no
Yeah, I
casualties,
saw that one.
and she also mentions that he alleges. So she whitewashes it, and she says that he fled the north after defending Winterfell from the Night King. He fled to King's Landing to defend King's Landing from something. I think from the Dragon Queen, from the Crazy Queen, which is not why he went there. Like, it's just a total lie.
He broke my
Well,
heart.
she did
She
write
also didn't
died
know.
defending her queen.
Yeah,
defending his queen.
Yes,
sorry.
she wrote in there, died defending his queen. That was the last.
That's the only bit that I actually.
That was
got to
the
read.
last sentence. But right before that sentence, it says he fled Winterfell as a fugitive to defend the city of King's Landing, which is bullshit. But also, Bran didn't know why he left. So,
So can see the future?
oh no, she
Brienne
did.
did,
She
yeah,
did.
she-
So she
she
lied on
saw
purpose.
him.
She lied on purpose because she says to him when he leaves, he says to her, "I'm leaving to go be with Cersei."
Yeah.
So she actually lies on purpose.
I don't think
'Cause
it's more.
I
I
can
don't think
show
it's
you
really
the
a
screen.
lie.
We can look
I
up the screenshot.
I know, but
it
I
literally says.
wouldn't say that it's necessarily a lie.
It's a whitewash.
Yeah,
It's
I would-
100% a
It's
whitewash.
definitely a whitewash, but it's not. It's not really a lie. He did go back to quote unquote defend not just all of King's Landing, but I mean Cersei in particular. But technically, I mean you could say that it's not wrong to say he went back to defend King's Landing.
I think it is.
Who cares?
He didn't defend King's Landing. He was trying.
He was
to
trying to
Cersei.
escape with Cersei.
to
Yeah,
escape
but I
with Cersei.
mean it. Yeah, I mean good for her for whitewashing it that way. That was fine, in my opinion.
I thought it was interesting. But
So-
yeah, no, I appreciated that.
So Bran
Definitely.
into the future, right?
No, he can
Apparently.
get a vague idea of what can happen.
Because he's
but
like,
not
what do you think I
certainty.
came here?
Yeah, he's like, why do you think I came here? Like,
Some of these
dude
lines are
knew
so
all along
ridiculous.
he was gonna end up on the throne and just didn't want to fucking tell us.
I don't know the show.
That was pretty funny. Yeah.
I'm glad. You know, Heck of a run.
Yeah, heck of a run and a
So,
really
somebody
rough
online
landing.
was like, they should have done obviously 2 10-season episodes.
Yeah, they should have made them 8 at
because the
least.
first 3 of this season should have been last season. They should have ended with Night King being defeated last season.
Agreed.
It would have made more sense.
It
a little
Would have
bit.
made a
Thematically, it
lot
would have,
more
like,
sense.
Instead of having like fucking 3 episodes in one here, and just rushing the fuck of it, they rushed it out so bad. Like that's the downfall of the show, is rushing it,
Mm-hmm.
because I want that Star Wars money, and I hope they get fired from Star Wars for it. I fucking do. I don't think they
D-
will, but I hope
D&D?
they do. Yeah, I hope they do.
Are they writing Star Wars?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing the
they
whole
are.
trilogy.
The new one?
The one coming out, after this one, they're
The
doing
new
that.
trilogy?
Or
Jesus.
maybe it's like a separate trilogy. I don't know, but they're doing a trilogy. of
No,
Star
it's going
Wars
to be
films.
a new trilogy.
But it's
They
like,
are doing a new trilogy. I
Yeah.
know
but
that.
like, what the fuck? It's like, it's so fucked up when they rushed it. Why don't you just pass it to
I
somebody
don't
else?
think
who
they're
wanted to do
not
it?
going to get it. I think this is getting. I think the 50% is good enough for Disney on the season.
We'll
Also, what's
see.
the rating for the whole season? That was just the last episode. Was it Metacritic or something?
I saw it on IMDb, but that's the user base, and it was fucking like shoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it just sucks. They could have handed it off to somebody else. It's just like the show's at all time.
I
Just
think you
hand
should
it off.
always. I think
It-
you should always give it to a new director, and you have to have.
Gurm. I'm guessing this is the ending he has in his books, like the
Yeah.
ending plot points.
The democracy.
but the way they got there is so fucking rough and bad.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
But like this is the legacy of the show now, is how it feels rushed at the end. People
yeah,
are gonna know it,
the high.
and it's gonna be like a
it's
standard to
unfortunate,
follow now,
yeah.
not to rushing
Yeah.
shit.
No, this is how Game of Thrones will be remembered.
It was a great show, and then the ending was fucking awful, and nobody liked it. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. Somebody on my Facebook said they liked the last episode.
Fucking mouth breathers, man.
And yeah, I mean,
I like the part where they fight.
Fucking mouth breather is.
Dude, they showed a reaction
exactly
shot
right.
at a bar. People watch Game of Thrones at bars, apparently. Like,
That's
crowded
pretty funny.
bars.
That's pretty funny.
But you want to watch a
interesting.
series finale there like that, like loud, and you can't hear anything?
Yes,
And,
drowned out on shitty TVs. Yeah, no
they have
In the
thanks.
dark,
Yeah, like no
the
thank
fan
you.
service been touching the dog, and they lose their minds. Then he touches
I'm
the
sure.
dog.
I'm sure.
And they're just like, oh my God, yes. They're
I lost-
screaming. They're jumping. If now
They
I
finally got the CGI.
I
dog
wonder
in
if
there.
2 weeks ago that was even in the show, if they added it in post somehow.
No, they
Just-
couldn't.
just
they couldn't.
something.
No,
No
they couldn't
way.
have.
But, like-
they had. There's no way.
Why even have go? I don't know. I'm done. I can't talk about the show anymore.
I'm fucking done with
I'm
this
so
show.
fatigued of Game of Thrones. I'm glad the books aren't coming out for like a year at least for the next book, because I need a break from Game of Thrones, all this shit.
Yep.
The subreddits are like a fucking cancer now.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oh,
is
yeah.
literally
Free Folk is dead.
dying. I didn't do this, but did anyone review the leaks that came out?
No.
No, but
I heard they were
so
spot on.
We should
I
go
went
and look
on,
back at them.
I actually did go on Free Folk last night, and I did see that everyone was just saying, "Oh my God, the leaks were spot on." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What leaks? Like literally,
Yeah, there were some nasty
somebody apparently
leaks.
leaked.
Wait, did you not know
everything.
about this?
No,
Oh yeah.
Someone leaked everything. Yeah,
I
like
recently-
down,
like 2
down,
weeks ago.
down
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Tyrion throwing his
yeah.
the
Yeah.
hand of the
Yeah, the leaks were
queen, technically,
like
the pin.
2 or 3 weeks ago. That was totally a thing.
Yeah, I remember reading. Someone commented, they're like, "Oh yeah, as soon as I saw Tyrion throwing the pin, I knew that the leaks were true." And it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly wish I had it spoiled for me, and I probably just wouldn't watch the episode at that point.
Well, I wish you would, because then you wouldn't have to be here with us.
Yeah, well, yeah, then I wouldn't be here. That's, that's true.
emotionally-
maybe I did want to be here.
I felt nothing on this episode. Nothing. It was just like, is it over yet? I kept checking the
Okay.
clock.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
kept looking at it
because
like,
they
is it
spent like a
over yet?
fucking half hour on the Danny arc, and I'm like, so it's only 80 minutes, and that means they're gonna rush to the ending with all the characters. I'm like, I guess this is what's in
Yeah.
store for us now.
Yeah,
like,
Definitely
Seriously.
major pacing issues.
I get like, okay, here we go. Let's just rush this all, because they spent the fucking shots of just Tyrion walking and it was like, you don't have time for this fucking shit.
And Danny walking, like.
The fucking, oh my god,
Oh my god, it was pretty.
the
exhausting.
legacy of the show.
I will say, like, the first half of the episode was definitely better than the second half, but the second half had like a lot of moments, like the democracy scene, where it was just
It
like,
was all fan service.
this is hilarious.
All fan service.
Oh yeah, this whole ending, the whole ending of the show was just a fan service. I don't know if I said it to you guys or if I said it to somebody else, but it really, literally felt like they just wrote a fan fiction ending.
68% are on Tomatoes for the season.
68 ain't bad.
For Game
There
of
was some
usually Game of Thrones, they were in
standout
the
moments.
90s.
To be honest,
They're
I
usually
really
really
enjoyed
high.
at least like last episode, the not episode. So
There's Winterfell.
There were
Night of the-
six.
Night of the-
There were 6 episodes.
All right, so
Night of the
episode
Seven
5.
Kingdoms.
I liked episode 5. I thought that was pretty good.
Episode. You like the one with the Bull King's Landing up?
Yeah, I like that one. I just like the whole battle and then them blowing it up.
I think my favorite
was
episode of the
way
season
cool.
was episode 2.
Episode 2 was also pretty
It was
good.
fan service, but it was like good character development at the same
It-
time.
yeah,
Episode
was
3 was the Night
great.
King, right? Yeah. I think whatever episode had the song in it. Yeah, episode 2.
That's
Yeah.
before it really took a shit and they ruined character
Episode
arcs.
2 was my favorite. Episode 5 was my second favorite.
They set it up like it was going to be a really dramatic next episode with a lot of character deaths and emotional moments, but it
wasn't.
Really wasn't.
It kinda was.
But it was
pure
like plot
fantasy.
armor, though.
It kind of
It was just too much.
There was too much armor.
It was the introduction to say, hey, maybe not exactly what you thought was going to happen this season is going to happen.
They did warn us.
They did warn us with all this ridiculous plot armor and characters that should have died. Sam, Grey Worm, didn't die. And they didn't the entire series. They lived.
But
They won.
the
Game
unsullied
of
live.
Thrones.
That's all that matter.
You know-
Unsullied survives.
You know what Gurm's motto was? You in the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. And a lot of people didn't win, and a lot of people didn't die.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
At least the unsullied are going on Noth now to die by poisonous butterflies. That's cool too.
That they never mentioned in the show. Or did they mention
There's
it in the
poisonous
show?
butterflies.
in the lore of it, Noth is a place that's always attacked by slavers who take it over because the people are there really defenseless. Like McSunday couldn't do anything. So
Isn't this a joke? From,
no. This is a real thing. In the
No,
books
I
at
mean,
least.
there's a thing that's a joke of. The Swedish or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Oh no,
the-
I'm thinking of not Terry Pratchett. The Douglas Adams books,
Oh,
the
Hitchhiker's
Hitchhiker's
Guide
Guide. there's a planet in Hitchhiker's Guide that have just been conquered like 1,000 times, and they just give up as soon as they get.
It's pretty similar to that,
Point
but
I got
Noth
at.
has these poisonous butterflies that actually, if you're not from Noth or in the same genetic breed as them, I guess, that they kill you. So Grey Worm's gonna go there, I guess, and just get some butterfly bites and die.
That's really funny.
The end.
So is all of
And
the
that's how Game of
Unsullied.
Thrones ends. And
I mean, they were gonna die in a generation.
Arya's
anyway.
gonna go west anyway and starve to death, searching for land and die. And bittersweet, subverting expectations. I am subverted.
Expectations subverted.
So yeah, back to the review of this episode, I'm giving it now a 2. Because the more I talk about it, the more frustrated I feel of how just the pacing on the whole season of the episode was. So it just really lowers
Honestly,
it.
I'm going to stick with 2.5 because even though I think the whole episode was a pile of shit, there was some golden moments in it. Cinematic wise and just like
That's the D&D thing right there,
dialogue-wise.
though. It's like they're not really good writers. They just can have the idea of like in their head of how to shoot something,
yeah.
and they have great cinematographers at the same time too.
Yeah,
Anyways,
there was some definitely good cinematography going on. Plot wise, no, was not there. So that's what brings the rating down. And the fact that it's an ending. I can enjoy a movie all the way up till the ending, and if the ending's bad, I fucking hate it. Like I will permanently put it on my do not watch ever again list because the ending was awful. And so this unfortunately is going to get one of those ratings where it's like like
The ending wasn't that bad.
I thought the ending overall was
it was very
bad.
fan servicey, but it was very untrue to GRRM. But I don't think it was bad.
I think it was bad because I think looking at the whole season as a whole, I thought it was bad because of just how A, rushed things were, and B, having things happen that if you took the time to like write out a good plot for certain characters, that things that they did just would have never have happened because that's not who they are.
Yeah, Jamie doing a lot of that, Brienne doing a lot of that, Jon Snow doing a lot of that,
Yeah, exactly. Just pretty much everybody.
Tyrion
Just
doing a lot
about
of that.
everybody.
Tyrion being wrong about things.
Yeah, Tyrion being wrong about. I mean, Tyrion was always kind of wrong about.
He was only
things.
wrong about his family though, so that's kind of on brand.
I think that like
he had like misplaced
Him-
trust in his family.
Him crying when his brother and sister were dead, that was realistic. I believe that.
oh yeah, that's totally believable.
Very believable.
He's the last one
he
now,
loved his
you know?
family even though
yeah,
like
yeah. He
Except
killed
for
his
his father.
father.
but
He killed his father.
Even his
but
father,
he was sad
kinda-
about it.
He still kind of loved his father, but
He
like
was
he
sad
knew
about
that
it.
like
he wanted
he's
his
gonna
father's
fucking
like
kill me if I don't.
Yeah.
he wanted his father to like him. It's like one of those things
Yeah.
when it's your dad. It's
Yeah.
like I just want you
Holy
to say I'm
shit,
doing a good
like-
job. But then
you
you
could have
ba-
just been proud of me, then you'd be alive.
But then you talk shit and you bang my ex-girlfriend,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and then the end.
oh man, he really went there. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, ex-girlfriend. You're right.
That's
I was
the
like,
problem.
wait a minute,
I
wasn't
cannot-
ex-wife? And it's like, no, it was
I
girlfriend.
cannot rewatch the show now. It's so hard because I know how it's gonna wrap up now. I know like the nosedive is
I would-
fall
I would be interested to
And
see
that's
other
what my
callbacks.
issue of trying to like
'Cause
rewatch the
I
show would
watched
be.
that
It's
clip
just like
just
I know how it's gonna end.
I watched that clip of Joffrey having a little meltdown, and Tywin's like, "Put the king to bed," and it was like just really good acting. It was really good, and
Writing, good acting.
you don't need action. You don't need fucking dragons. You just need the fucking them on the small council talking about
Yeah,
shit.
seriously.
Game of Thrones started as a political drama.
And it was so good.
It was really
And
good.
then fucking Christ, oh my god!
It was a great political drama.
Did you rate the episode, Grayson? Ian?
My secondary rating, I'm gonna stick with 3. Just because I think that while it was fan servicey and while it didn't stick true to Gurm's expectations, and I think he would be really disappointed.
I think he is.
I think
I'm
overall,
sure he is.
I think
He
overall,
immediately this morning.
because of the production quality, because of the acting being good, and because of the characters mostly being satisfying. I wasn't really dissatisfied with like 3/4 of the characters. I was only dissatisfied and like disappointed in like 1/4 of the characters in the last like, few episodes.
Who's your top 3 most disappointing characters?
Most disappointing would probably be Varys for getting himself killed and not actually succeeding in his goal.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing.
I would say probably Missandei
Oh yeah,
for not
not doing anything.
except for give Dickless a boner,
Yeah,
a ghost,
pretty much.
a ghost boner.
Pretty much.
That's all she served. And I wanted. She's so much
and
more
she
than
did
that.
the hair of the queen.
Yeah, and she's so much more than that. And I was really disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but probably Tyrion.
I can see it.
I think he did. I was really impressed with with most of his character. I was really impressed with him freeing Jaime at his own peril. I was and I really expected. I predicted this last episode. I thought he was going to die for that. I thought he was going to
Same
die
here.
because he compromised. Because he anyway, I thought he was going to die for that. So I'm impressed that he did it anyway. But not having a better plan and with the caveat that he was never really one for actually succeeding with his plans. Like he didn't really have that. Besides the battle where he gets the scar on his face, he didn't actually
That wasn't
really.
planned.
But it was something he did that worked, and most of his plans don't actually work. If you think about it,
It was luck that it worked.
They work.
it was a plan that he had. He had a stroke of genius in the moment, and it worked.
His plans work when Gurm writes his fucking plans, not
Yes.
D&D.
Yeah. Not when D&D read his plans. So I was a little bit disappointed that he.
They had
So
2
I-
fucking years to write this season.
I would
2
say,
years.
I would say I'm about 40% disappointed in Tyrion though, because he did actually get the job done with his speech at the end, and he changed the minds of the 7 lords.
I have my 3 characters of the show ruined. If that helps.
So
Let's
yeah,
hear
Varys, Missandei,
Bran, Viserys,
Viserys, or Varys.
Bran, Varys, and fucking Tyrion. They ruined those characters. They ruined them. Bran did nothing after spending 5 fucking years going north.
I would say
And it- nothing.
Yeah.
Comes back to do nothing.
He sits in a fucking chair and just like,
Yeah.
you were so beautiful on your wedding night. Varys would never have gotten
Yeah,
caught.
that was creepy when you
Varys-
say it that way.
Yeah.
would not have gotten caught in the books.
He wouldn't have.
There would be a lot more drama to him
He
being
would have
caught.
Varys
escaped.
was
He
so
would
much
have
more
scapegoated.
badass.
Well, he only got caught because Tyrion.
Yes, but I don't think
betrayed
he'd
him.
do his hand that he wouldn't be like in the fucking seashore being like, John, you got to be the
Right,
king, not
right,
her. He would have
right.
someone else do it for him.
Right.
Like Littlefinger,
Or he would
for the
bring
most
Jon
part,
to him.
was still doing that up until the end, even though they needed to kill him. They were just like make some bullshit argument to kill him. But
Yo, I loved Littlefinger's death though.
I couldn't believe the theories that he was still alive. People, no, he's fucking
no,
dead.
Littlefinger's
people.
death was amazing.
They thought someone was wearing
The-
a face, and I was like, no, you fucking idiots.
He's like sitting in the Winterfell throne council room, and he's like begging for his life. That was fucking great.
Yeah, that was good.
So fucking good.
oh my god, the show ruined so many characters. Oh my god.
I liked Davos.
Yeah, I always thought he was pretty solid, but he didn't really have to do much though.
Yeah,
He didn't
He
have
was
to.
just
He
there
didn't
being
have
like,
to do it.
I
John,
kinda
you
had
got
an
to
issue
do
with
this. I'm
Davos,
giving you
yeah.
guidance,
He wasn't
John.
disappointing though.
Yeah, he said
he
true.
was definitely. He wasn't
was not
disappointing.
Disappointing.
He exceeded my expectations because he always seemed kind of like a character that nobody really.
Well, fuck it. I guess this is my life now.
He had some good scenes.
That's his character.
Yeah,
to me.
seriously.
Well, fuck. I guess
Oh,
this
well.
is my life
It's
now.
over.
He just kind of goes with the flow, and it's just like any situation
Well,
he's put
fuck.
in, it's like I'm gonna make the best out of it.
His catchphrase. Well, fuck.
But like when he was first kind of introduced, I always kind of thought like, oh, this guy's not going to last very long. But
I know. That's why it's
fucking
impressive that he's
surprised
still
me.
around.
Yeah, seriously, one of the more surprising characters.
I like him. Davos really came through in the end.
Mhm.
The master of shits.
Even though he didn't really talk much towards the.
he didn't need to.
Yeah, I guess.
I like that about his character, that he doesn't talk more than he needs to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he talked a lot in the earlier seasons.
Yeah, never more than he needed to though.
He talked a lot when George wrote his fucking dialogue.
Yeah, there we
That's when
go.
he talks
There
a
we
lot.
go.
Vinny coming in with
They
the
don't know what to do. They're like fucking kids
kid
going
directors.
in their dad's office trying to work, and it's like, God fucking, they got the fucking crayons out and they're not seeing the lines. It's Jesus fucking Christ, this show.
Yeah, that's the best analogy I've ever heard. They
God.
colored outside the lines.
Like, they did too much stuff for spectacle, and that's what fucking killed the show.
Agreed.
And they blew fucking money on stupid
They
dragon
didn't
riding.
kill the characters when they should have. They should have killed
they-
Sam.
Oh my God. They shouldn't have put Sam in that situation to begin with.
He should have been in the crypt.
It's just so dumb.
With his wife.
And then they stopped killing characters off because they didn't have anyone to replace them with. If
They should have just introduced new characters.
If they followed the books, they could have had these other characters that would have been way more sense than having Cersei be in there at the end. It should have been the fucking fake Targaryen in there, not fucking Cersei.
They can introduce new characters as long as they're actually introducing them properly. Like, hey, this is my friend, cousin, whatever. And not just like Melisandre-ing them into the middle of a scene with no
Hi, I'm
introduction.
Melisandre. I'm here to die at the end.
By the way,
Because I need a plot point
just
wrapped up.
no one introduced her. She just fucking came in out of nowhere.
Right.
But that's when the book's written by...
Like for example, if the flamey sword dude coming from Hardhome had come and met Melisandre on his way from Hardhome, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, but that would...
Right? If he had brought Melisandre
Grayson,
on the
Grayson.
road,
Yeah, that would have been nice.
that would have made sense. Like, how the fuck did
Grayson,
Melisandre?
you've
Yeah,
had-
she just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's
She-
like I'm
during
gonna
the
be
pre-battle and
super
lights all their
helpful.
swords on fire.
I'll tell you why. You've had an hour to think about this, which is probably a lot of time to do this. They had 2 years. That's not a lot of time to write 6 episodes.
Right.
to write
2
a
years.
good story.
Right? Why? Like, literally, there's no reason. I guess it's because
There is
they
no
wanted her to
excuse.
be introduced
Zero
in the
excuse.
next episode and not the pre-episode.
There's no reason they didn't do 10 episodes this season. It's fucking bullshit. The show is...
Show's
I'm
dead.
giving it a 1.5 now.
It's dead.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
now
dead
you
show.
keep
Fuck
talking about it. I'm
D&D.
just gonna go
Fuck
down
them.
to.
They ruined the show.
Well, no, so this episode's
They
still
ruined
2.5.
They ruined the show.
This season still sucks.
Yes, it does. It's last season. So does last season now. Because we all thought they were building something really big in this season. That's why it was kind of shittier quality last time. They're saving up, getting ready for some big shit.
Yeah.
But it's fucking stupid. Why the fuck do they go beyond the wall? Makes it no sense to get a white.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah,
They
last
lost-
season
they
was
lost
all
the
that
dragon
build
for
up.
that.
It's so stupid.
They lost a dragon for
Cersei
that.
wasn't going to believe me either way. She
Yeah.
wasn't going to go north and fight the zombies.
Yep.
It makes no difference. It was just
Yep.
stupid fucking writing to get rid of a dragon. So dumb. Give Euron the horn of the dragon and let him take control of Viserys.
Yeah.
And then use the dragon fighting instead of just killing Rhaegal like with a fucking shot. So dumb.
Euron was quite disappointing.
Fuck. They ruined the show.
No, I like that he fought Jaime at the end though. That was the fan service I
don't
appreciated.
know. I don't know how he fought Jamie. I don't know.
Yeah, he swam a
He
mile.
swam pretty damn far.
And he wasn't that. He was just like, "What's up? Let's fight. Let's do
Yeah,
this."
right. He's just like all not even out of breath
They
or
were
anything.
both,
He's just
they were
ready
both
to fight.
exhausted.
It's just
They were not in their primes.
Euron's supposed to be some amazing pirate
Lord,
guy,
pirate king.
and he should have been able to take Jaime down way easier than that.
Yeah,
But whatever, it's all about the plot. It's all about
for
the spectacle.
story
It's like the
purposes.
wow, people in bars screaming and cheering, watching a show like these fucking mouth breathers. And
I would have just. I mean, I was silent all last night.
These incel cucks.
God damn, fuck, they ruined it. Well, anyway, thanks for listening on our Game of Thrones series. It's been a fun 6 weeks.
It's been a fun one.
It's been 6 weeks of this.
Have you only done 6 weeks? Did
Of
you
Game of
not,
Thrones, yeah.
not do other seasons
No,
in the past?
This was a
your
test
first
to see how we did it.
first and last season of Game of Thrones.
We might
Game
do
of
some more
Thrones
Game of Thrones shit if
reviews,
shit
yeah.
comes out. I don't know. Maybe when the books come out. I don't know.
I don't read, so probably I won't be there.
I'll tell you.
Oh, there we go.
I'll tell you. You can be like, oh wow, really?
I mean, I already
They-
spew
How
stuff
did
that I
D&D
don't
fuck
really
that
talk
up?
about.
Oh really? They
so
fucked it up. Perfect.
I'm sure I can bullshit it.
Thanks for listening. We're gonna have our Chernobyl miniseries coming out. We're only one episode though of the Chernobyl thing. We're gonna come.
You're also have you seen Chernobyl yet, Grayson? Yeah,
I'll
so you're,
watch- I'll watch it.
you're
Really
the only
good.
one who's actually seen it, Vinny.
I'll watch it.
One-
Oh wait, what? Wait.
One
Why? No,
Good.
no, I don't want to binge it.
Then what are you waiting
one-man
for?
How many episodes are there?
podcast.
They're at 3 now, and there's only 5.
5? No, I'll just watch them now.
It's so good.
gonna
Holy
watch it
fuck,
now.
it's so
We
good.
actually just saw the
don't wanna
trailer
wait.
for season 3 of Westworld.
That
Did
looks
that have a date?
It's gonna be 2020.
Okay. That looks fucking awful.
It looks so weird.
I just
looks like
didn't understand what was going
It
on.
looks like a whole other show.
I'm excited for Watchmen.
They completely just turned what Westworld was on its side, and now
it seems really weird.
It's
We'll
gonna
see.
be. But Aaron Paul's in it, so I mean, at least a good actor's gonna be in it.
Science.
Are you excited?
Science,
Are you excited
bitch.
for Westworld? I mean, not Westworld.
What, Watchmen?
I am
Yeah.
excited for Westworld.
Watchmen.
Damon Lindelof is a fantastic showrunner when you give him the time to and telling him how long a show should be and like having an idea of when wrapping it up.
What other shows has he run?
Lost.
Oh,
And Lost was
okay.
really good, but the problem with Lost
All
is he did it on ABC, and ABC executives were like, this show is fantastic. We need 20 episodes a season. We got to keep it going forever. And he was like, I can't do this. This show is going to go down in quality, but they're like, we don't care. We want to keep making it.
Yeah, they did.
When you go to
Okay.
HBO, it's smaller shows,
jumped the shark
smaller
real
seasons. Like he did The Leftovers. Leftovers is amazing. It's only 3 seasons, but it's so good.
I'm not necessarily excited for Watchmen, but I'll probably watch it.
It's really.
Have you watched the old movie?
Have you
Yeah, I
watched,
saw the
have you read
movie.
have you read the comics?
I've not read the comics.
You
I
should
have the comic.
You should check
Okay.
out
Hardcover.
the motion comics for it.
That sounds great.
It's really good. They
Is
take
it
they take the panels.
I thought
they,
the
they kind of-
movie-
they slightly animate them and they narrate it.
Is it
It's
the whole thing?
the
yeah,
movie was
including
excellent. In my
the-
How
opinion.
long is it to watch that?
I've thoroughly enjoyed
So how many
the movie.
issues of it is there?
I'm sure I'll
One.
enjoy the comics.
No,
It's
there's
one volume.
issues. It's one volume, but it's probably. Hold on,
It's a huge volume.
Yeah, but they break it up. Hold on.
I mean, it'd be a lot to watch that whole thing. It's like catching up on Critical Role. Like
That I also haven't done.
100 hours of video.
It's really entertaining. That's really good.
You want to watch 100 hours of video?
Maybe.
It's not 100 hours.
No, there's 100 episodes of Critical Role, and they're each 4
It's
hours.
one season,
It's 400 hours.
and it's
How many hours was Game of Thrones? Because that's a lot of hours.
An hour per episode, around 10 per season,
It's-
8 seasons.
it is
10 times.
I'm not doing the
so
math.
if 80
45 to
80
an hour
hours.
minutes, roughly.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
That's terrifying.
It is 12 chapters, roughly a half hour each, but it's like professional. It's really good.
It looks good. I can see it from here
How many hours
on your
total?
TV
12.
12 hours
computer
total?
screen.
12,
and it looks
okay.
pretty good.
30-minute episodes, so 6 hours.
6 hours total.
It's
6
re-
hours
really
total.
good.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
I just did
Oh,
rough
wait
math.
a minute. I see. I have to buy that.
No, you can get it on the internet.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm sure I'll.
Yeah, you gotta buy it.
I do have to buy it.
You gotta buy it, man.
I just wanted to get that squared away. That it's
How
not
much is
free
it?
to watch.
How much is it?
$2 an episode.
How much is it total? You can buy the whole season.
2 times 12.
You can buy the whole season.
I don't see that.
I could buy the whole season, but I'm not going to spend money on it.
Whoa!
If
come
I'm
on,
not-
support them.
I mean,
They're only all on
unless it was
they're-
on one of
They're
my
only
streaming
all on
services.
YouTube already to watch.
Oh God! Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works. Someone
It's
else
really good.
Someone
Someone-
re-uploaded the
someone
entire
re-uploaded it.
series.
And it has
great.
like the
Excellent.
subplot too, and it
That's
has
funny.
the
the ship.
ship in
Yeah,
there.
okay.
It's really good.
And I didn't hear the sound getting cut out, so it does sound like they haven't sent a cease and desist.
It's really good because no one cares at this point. We'll care in 5 months when it comes out on
They,
HBO.
they don't. Yeah, they don't. It's not a music company, so they don't care that the music, the video's on there.
But yeah, we'll do Watchmen,
Do Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Should we do? We should do
Detective
probably one
Pikachu.
episode on all of Chernobyl.
Yeah, just one
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one episode.
Just watch the
It's a
whole
mini
Chernobyl.
series.
How many? How long are the episodes?
hour, less
Cool.
than an hour.
Oh, good. 5 hours. Awesome.
So we might do an extended episode.
we're gonna do
Oh,
Probably
that
don't
was
need to.
weird.
Probably don't need to.
Did that just
was,
cut out?
That was me. Sorry.
we're gonna
Oh,
do
look
a
at that.
Kicked your cable.
Spider-Man Far From Home episode, but it's gonna be involved with MCU as a whole and how it's gonna move forward from Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the first.
Because they're gonna also
that's
around
the
that
first
time.
movie post.
Yes.
And
they're
yes,
gonna-
it is the last
saga?
movie in Phase 3, right?
4?
No, Phase 4 is the one that hasn't come out yet. I think
No, yeah, no. They haven't finished the phase they're in now.
it's the last
hold
one
on.
of the phase they're in. I think it's
Yeah,
Phase
yeah,
3.
but it's not part of the.
It's not part of Phase 4.
It's not part of the Infinity War saga.
It
Infinity
is.
Saga.
It's
Is
a
it
spin-off.
considered?
It-
Is it considered part of the Infinity War
Stand
saga?
by,
Because I
stand
know
by.
that they're
The-
doing a
the-
huge box collection of all the movies.
Yeah, it will be.
Released for
it will
the
be.
Infinity War and
Yes.
Avengers
think
and all
it will
that fun
be.
stuff.
I think it will be.
Yes, it is not part of Phase 3. It is Phase 4.
Oh, it is. Phase
Oh,
4.
it is Phase 4.
Okay, so then it won't be.
Yes, it is Phase 4.
Then it won't be.
I
Okay.
think so. It doesn't say here, but it's not listed in Phase
Look up.
3.
Look up.
They
Google,
had a-
go on Google Images and look up Marvel phases.
Yeah, one of
There you
the
go, there you
one
go.
of, there was supposed to be one more
That's
movie of
fake.
Phase 3 that was just after.
No, yeah.
That's
Go to. No, you gotta look up
trying,
like
it's-
a better one here.
It's really hard to Phase 3.
Where they said that they weren't.
That's
this is
that's
wicked
official.
old. This is wicked old.
Yeah, that's official, but it's old.
But yeah,
that's
oh,
all.
they have the Inhumans on there
Inhumans
still.
is not part of.
Yikes.
Not part of that.
That was a real thing, man. That actually came out. It was bad.
Yeah.
Was it?
The
Yeah.
CG, it was really stupid.
Inhumans came out on ABC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't
was-
realize.
it was-
They really butchered it.
It was really bad, but it was because ABC.
Oh,
did
you're
it.
thinking of the Eternals. They're
Okay.
making an
No,
Eternals movie.
that's going to be the next plot line, I think.
And then they're doing like a
The next
karate
phase.
one or something.
No, the
They're
next-
doing.
They're
some-
doing Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
That's so Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. We're like completely. We
I
should
know, we
cut
gotta
all
finish
this.
in like 10 minutes.
We should cut all
Less than
this.
5 minutes. I gotta go.
Yeah. You
Anyways,
should cut
people
all
like to
this.
hear this random babble.
We should hold on. We should get.
Joel loves this.
We should
Oh,
get.
okay.
We should get at least a closing if you're going to cut this.
We'll do a closing at the end.
Oh, so we're going to keep this in.
Yeah, Joel loves this stuff.
All right, we'll do it. We'll keep it all
It's
in for
for
Joel. I
Joel.
guess. All right.
Nobody.
Joel, shout out.
He
I
loves
miss you
Sansa.
at D&D.
Joel's favorite character is Sansa.
I know you have your kids you got to take care of, but if we still miss you.
He's
at
glad
D&D,
Sansa
so
made
We
it.
miss you at D&D.
come
We
back- come back
missed
soon.
everybody.
What are you
at
gonna say,
D&D
Tony?
This
I gotta
past
go.
Sunday.
It's
What are you
just
gonna
you and
say?
me, man.
What are you gonna say, Tony? You're saying something.
I was saying something.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Nothing important.
I was trying to say that we should close it out, get a closing if we're going to
Yeah.
cut it off.
No, we'll
but
just-
we're not
well,
going to cut
thanks
it
for
off.
listening.
Here we go. It's the closing. That
it?
was
Oh,
Game
now
of
it's the
Thrones.
closing.
We're doing the closing, and the Game of Thrones
That's
happens.
Hooray!
Oh boy, that's definitely fake. Good riddance.
Fuck you.
Cups
Game
come
of
off and they
Thrones.
ruin even more.
Oh, more
Walking
spin-offs.
Dead.
Can't
We
wait.
definitely won't review those.
Goodbye.
Bye bye for now. Bye.
Thanks for listening. For more Slightly Biased podcast content, please visit our website at slightlybiasedpodcast.com or follow us on social media at slightlybiased_.